Hi there everyone, this is Kay and you're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel. It's Tuesday. Yes it is. It's kind of like a Monday for me. Yesterday was very busy. I apologize for not being able to get reading out. There was just a whole lot of stuff going on and people in my space. So I do apologize, but today is the first day for the week that I'm going to be doing a reading for the collective as usual, and I'm calling in Archangel Michael and the Holy Spirit to help me out with this. And I just want to say I'm very happy to be here and I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you. Archangel Michael and the Holy Spirit, thank you for enveloping me in your beautiful angelic wings of light, love, protection, and guidance. Please guide and assist me today with correctly interpreting the energies from the cards that you bring forward through me. Thank you. Today's date is Tuesday, June the 18th, 2024. Of course, these readings are timeless, you know, so it's whenever you show up. If the reading resonates with you, it's perfect for you right then and there. Doesn't matter what day or year you're watching. All right, divide. And then past, current, your energy, their energy, the energy between you, and the potential outcome of the story we're talking about here. Archangel Michael, what story do you have that you believe that you know that the collective wants to or needs to know about? Okay, what's the past energy, Archangel Michael? Queen of Swords. Okay, that's past energy. So past energy was being kind of like in a nicer sense, my way or the highway, but being you know, being full of questions, right? Queen of Swords, it's about thinking and speaking. She or he, or whoever you are here in the collective, doesn't necessarily, just because it's a queen, doesn't mean it's just for the feminine of the collective. It can be a masculine sitting in their feminine energy, because the Queen of Swords, a queen, is fairer, more fair and more open-minded than the King of Swords is. Okay, so you might be a masculine sitting in, you might have been or your masculine might have been sitting in the Queen of Swords energy, where you were fair-minded, though you were keeping alert to any red flags. But Queen of Swords is quite intuitive, and they are Queen of Swords is like, don't mince words, right? There's no emotion in the situation. If they're, you know, engaging conversation or any kind of input, there's the emotion will not get between them and whatever it is that they need to, you know, have a perspective on, right? They are, like I said, fair-minded, but they will listen. They will listen. If they have questions, and they might be hardcore questions, like, because the Queen of Swords wants to know, you know, I need to know, I want to know. So it could be like peltering somebody with black and white questions, like you know, it's going to be either yes or it's going to be no, right? And they're just that type of energy. They're in that kind of energy where there's just like, they're going to see right through any kind of BS. They're discerning, quite discerning, you know. So anyways, they're a form, you know, they're somebody that you really do well at battle with when it comes to the mind and speaking. Okay, because they're like in that energy. They want to know and they need to know, and they may not approach the person or the situation in the most tactful way, let's just say. Okay, so that's the past energy. Somebody had been in that energy. Well, let's see where that person is now, presently, in the energy of the Six of Cups. Okay, considering the past, So we would say that the Queen of Swords wanted to know, felt like they needed, I got this hit, needed to know at one time if the past was coming back, if the past would return, if the past would be a problem. So it's kind of what I'm getting from this, what I've heard is that this is the past. The Six of Cups is past. Possibly somebody, a returning lover coming back from the past, or just considering the past, the situation as it was in the past. It's kind of like they had a whole lot of questions about it, but at this point in time, they're just sitting, the collective, you're just sitting in like an energy of what will be, will be. What will be, will be. Okay? Letting go of the need to know. It's kind of like you're sort of feeling as though you're not getting anywhere as wanting to know, getting the answers. To learn more about the whys, whens, and hows, and stuff like that in any given situation, or maybe about a past lover, why they walked out of your life, this kind of stuff. Presently, you're still focused in past energy, but it's more like nostalgia than it is needing to know about what happened in the past. Like, why did you or why did that happen? Okay, I hope you understand what I'm saying. It's not so much needing to know what the heck just happened. What happened in the past? Why, where, what, how, and when, you know, and all that sort of stuff. That's behind you now. You're just sitting in nostalgia. Possibly fondly remembering, I'm not trying to say fondling, but fondly remembering a situation, or just not necessarily fondly remembering it, but just remembering it and seeing how maybe there was good things, like good things in the past that you could kind of hold on to, and the other things you can let go of. And that's where this one, the other things that you could let go of, it's kind of, you're moving towards forgiveness or acceptance, right? This one here was wanting to have, like, I need to know, right? I need to like grab that person by the scruff of the neck and say, listen here, you tell me what happened, what's going on, you know? You're kind of letting that go, that a hardcore research kind of thing, if you want to say, research into a past situation. You're just sitting in nostalgia now, presently. All right, what's your energy? The Ten of Pentacles. Well, there you go. You are in a you are either really focused on your work now, because it's kind of like, well, you know, am I ever going to get my answer to, will this person return? Will I ever reconcile with them? Will we ever be able to talk it out and, you know, flesh things out? And whether you're going to try and make it a relationship or not after that, that would have to be a wait and see thing. But at least just being able to connect and you ask those questions, right, about the past. What happened? Why did you disappear? This kind of thing. Why did you leave me? Why didn't you tell me you were married? You know, that kind of stuff. You're just kind of like, you've let it go. And you said to keep your sanity, your own peace of mind from not having the answers, okay, because that person has not returned. You're just going to focus on other things that are about you, and that's very healthy. As they say, you do you, right? And let everything else do itself. Because whatever's right for you or what's it meant for you will show up on your timeline, on your path, on your journey towards happiness. And the Ten of Pentacles, let's talk about happiness, right? It's not the Eight of Pentacles. It's not you working hard. It's you basically rolling in the dough. Rolling in the dough and enjoying the focus you have now on putting a commitment into yourself, your happiness, your future, okay? Your future, right? Of abundance and prosperity. That's the energy you're in now, okay? The situation is nostalgia. The past is past of all those need to know questions and discernment and stuff. You're letting that go by the wayside to some degree. It's kind of like I said, it's moving kind of towards forgiveness, but more into acceptance. Okay, acceptance and then forgiveness, right? So what's their energy? Two of Swords. Well, there you go. See, they're sitting on the fence. They're blocking. They're blocking their heart because they're blocking their mind. They don't want to know, and they don't want to feel what it is they don't want to know. They're sitting on the fence. They just are into like those monkeys. I don't see, I don't hear, and I don't speak kind of thing. In that kind of energy where they are not prepared to make a decision. They need to make a decision because they know what's up. They know what's up. They do. They know that they have thoughts and feelings about you and about the situation and about possibly just even entertaining the idea of wanting to, at some point maybe in their life, to be back in the same presence as you. But they're not ready. They're just like, truly, they're so far from being ready. They're not ready for it. Okay, so here you are in your Ten of Pentacles, committed to your resources, the resources that fuel your own inner happiness and your worldly happiness. Okay, you're sitting in that energy. They're sitting in the Two of Swords. They don't want to speak. They don't want to know, and they may be blocking any feelings that might, they are feelings that are coming up, that are kind of knocking on their door and saying, remember us? Remember how you felt about her or him? Remember that? And they're going, no. They're crossing their arms like this. No, I don't want to know, because what am I going to do about it? Right? They might be in a predicament or a situation. Maybe they're involved with somebody, married, whatever, kids, and they're not into the frame of mind where they would leave this particular commitment that they have with someone else behind. Possibly because the kids, possibly because it would just be uprooting too much, and there's just no clear answers or indications for them that if they were to leave their current spouse or partner, that trying to move forward towards you, that would all work out. So, too many unanswers. So you've got things unanswered. You have uncertainties. They have their own uncertainties. So they're just rather just do this as opposed to rocking the boat with their current committed relationship. So what's the energy between you? The Two of Wands. See? I mean, you both need, the Two of Wands for you is like you're preparing to move in a different direction because you're not getting anywhere with you finding out what you need to know, that you feel you needed to know, okay? You may still want to know, but if no answers are coming forward, it's kind of like you might as well just bang your head on a brick wall, because that's about as effective it is waiting for someone to show up that's never going to show up, right? So you're of the mind that I'm taking a different path now, and that's you focusing on you doing you and creating your life of abundance. Whether you're going to commit to somebody else or you're in a relationship already, you're choosing to stay in that relationship, and you're choosing to make it the best that you can make it, and given any other situations or circumstances, irregardless of what could come back from the past, if it ever does, right? And so that's you making a decision to go a different route, to do things differently than it always did. You've been hanging on to I need to know, right? Hanging on to I want some answers. I want them to show up. I want some answers. And this for them it's just the same. They need to make a decision, but they're refusing to do so. They're reticent about that for whatever their fears are and their reasons. They're more comfortable with being content in familiarity, for making, the status quo and just keeping things as they are. No rocking the boat, because who knows how old they are, if they're young, they'd have the energy, but they might have a young family, right? And that they don't want to end up losing the opportunity to watch their children grow. If they're older, it's kind of like, well, I'm too old for this kind of thing. I'm making up excuses for them, but that's the excuses I think they might have for themselves. I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do, because following your heart is the right thing to do. Don't hurt anyone in the process. Of course, if you leave a marriage or a relationship behind, you're going to hurt somebody, probably, right? But if it's for your good, for your benefit, not for a selfish good or benefit, but for a benefit that helps you move down a path towards your future, moving forward to be the best person you can become in this world, then that is the right thing for you to do. If you feel like the relationship, the marriage, or whatever is keeping you held back, like holding you down and sort of oppressing or suppressing you and your growth, and being the best person you can be because you're living with somebody possibly toxic, at least a little toxic, if not quite toxic, then yeah, you want to leave that relationship. But even if this one here is in a toxic relationship, they're choosing to turn a blind eye to it. Now, there's nothing more I can say about that, but they do need to make a decision because they're not following their heart. They need to decide either to jump, what is it, jump, or, they say, shh, or get off the pot, right? And that's what they need to do, because if they're in love with you and would like to, have fantasies, let's just say, about having a life with you, they need to, right, in the pot. They need to do it. They need to do it. They need to give it, right? But if they're not, if they have no intention to do that with you, none whatsoever, then they need to make the decision to get off the pot and be with be totally 100% with their person, whoever they're choosing to stay with, to live their lives out with, and let go of you and any fantasies or any intentions or ideas of ever being with you. That's what the divine is asking them to do. That's what they're speaking of here. That's why they made to make a decision, take action and take charge by either or getting off the pot. I know you know what I mean. Okay, so the potential outcome is the Ace of Coins. See, it's like the Ace of Coins is it's many things, but it's about uprooting. It could be uprooting, relocation, right? But in this storyline here, it would be about a brand new, beginning. That the aces of the deck are divinely given, inspired. And this is material wealth, and it's a change of mindset. It's changing one's perspective. It's changing one's mind. But it's wealth as well. It's like the divine is going to lead you. Let's talk about you first, the collective. It's going to lead you on a path where you keep following your heart and focus on you, doing you, knowing what's best for you, that this is no longer best for you. You're letting go of the need to know and having all those questions and being like, being rigid, kind of in the sense that, if I ever run into that person, I'm going to give them a piece of my mind, or they're going to have to answer to a lot of questions, right, that you have. So you're letting go of that and focusing, doing you. Well, Ace of Pentacles on brand new beginning for you in prosperity and abundance. Prosperity and abundance in all its physical forms. All its physical forms, because you've changed your mind. This is changing your mind. Look, these are Pentacles, this is Pentacles. You've changed your mind about going this route with the past, okay? The person from the past. You change your mind. You're just like this. And so as a reward for that, the Divine's bringing this in for you. The Divine's got your back, and it's going to help support you in many, many ways throughout the rest of your life. Okay? You stay committed to you and doing you, and if you're the partner, committed to that partner, because this be like the Ten of Pentacles, like a long-term commitment. Commit to that. Commit to yourself long-term, or commit to you. Well, to you and your relationship with that person long-term. And forget about this guy, just like this girl, guy, just like this guy or girl has to do, should be doing, and will eventually have to. They will. If they're not doing it right now, they're going to have to come unblocked and be willing to actually lay their intentions, of any intentions they have for you and them somehow being connected or in each other's lives, laying that all aside and focusing on their own relationship. And if they do that, then they will have this as well, because they're following their heart, right? They're doing what's best for them. Now, in the case that he or she is not doing that, this is a change of perspective. This is a new perspective. So with you pulling your energy back from this whole, by doing this, pulling your energy back from this whole circumstances, this whole situation with the past and this person, you actually, what happens is that it kind of forces this person, like energetically, not consciously, but energetically forces this person to actually get off the pot and do something, to either, or get off the pot, right? They actually have to, they're going to be forced to, because they're not going to feel your energy anymore. They're not going to feel it like they did when you were, like adamant about having answers. Okay? So once that your energy's pulled back, and it probably has already, they're going to be needing to they're going to have to look at what's going on in their life from a much more practical viewpoint, and see what is it that they need, what's best for them. Do they need to follow their heart in pursuing you, if that's what really they feel is in their heart, or are you just a fantasy, right? Then they need to do that. If they're following their heart and they want to be with you, then they need to make that decision to do that and prepare to do that. But if it's more like a fantasy, like the two of you, when you were to get had your whatever relationship you had, whatever it was for you, maybe that was, if they told you they weren't married and they were married, then it was obviously they were out to play. They were out to play, and maybe that's because they like to fantasize a lot. And so this could be keeping you on their mind as a fantasy, as opposed to an actual commitment. There's no commitment here from them. And so they need to then wake up and realize that. And like I said, when you pull your energy back, they're going to start realizing that energetically. Their life is going to show up in a way that it's going to force them. And it's not necessarily going to be a happy type of forcing, but they're going to be forced to actually say, I need to be where I am. Because if you're just a fantasy to them, then they need to be where they are and doing what they need to be doing where they are, and not fantasizing and trying to pursue you through fantasies. You wouldn't even necessarily know it unless you're psychic and you pick up on it. Okay? But they're pursuing you through maybe your dreams and stuff like that. But that's because you're out of reach, right? You're out of reach. There's distance between you. So it's easy. It's just like texting somebody, when you're telling them off. It's easier to text them than to actually phone them and talk to them voice to voice, or to be in front of them face to face having that conversation with them. It's the same thing. They can pursue you through your dreams and your psychic telepathy and stuff like that, even through, and I'm getting this, is even through music. They could be pursuing you through music. You're listening to music that reminds you, that may somehow just suddenly reminds you of them. They'll be pursuing you through music because it's a fantasy. They want to be in your energy. They do. They want to be in your energy, but merely as a vampire, you know, energy vampire, merely as a fantasy, okay? That is what I'm getting from this. And so if they have intentions to want that they are in love with you, but they're blocking that knowledge or feelings, those emotions for you from coming up, then they need to get off the pot and make a decision to pursue you and leave whatever else is going on behind. But if they are not in love with you, then they need to let go of your energy. They need to let you go, because as they continue to do this, not coming forward and talking to you, or being in your life, like physical life in some way, they are actually effectively trying to affect your movement forward and your prosperity and abundance moving forward. So that's why it's really important for you not only to protect yourself with surrounding yourself, envisioning this in your own mind, that you're in a beautiful, bright bubble of light throughout the day. Like, do that first thing in the morning, then do it at night before you go to bed. So you're protected throughout your dream state too, from this energy vampire who wants to, he wants to be in your energy. He or she wants to be in your energy. So that's effectively stealing energy from you. And you can ask Archangel Michael to help you bring back all your energy to you. I would say, what I do say is, Archangel Michael, please help me to invite all my energy to return to me now, right? So that's kind of what you can do, because either way, they've got to decide. They've got to decide they're not doing it right now, because I guess fantasy life is rich for them. I don't know why they're being reticent about that. But that's what I got for you guys today. I hope it was helpful to you in some way, and especially if you are actually facing a situation like this where you've been wanting some answers but not getting them, and you finally decided to start doing you, then I would implore you to start protecting yourself with the white light, the bubble of light. Just imagine yourself floating around in a bubble of white light throughout your day, and then reinforce it again before you fall off to sleep at night, so that this one here is you're pulling your energy back. And the sooner you pull your energy back, the sooner things get a little bit less, how would you say, I don't know, less fantastical for them. Life starts to show its true colors to them, and things aren't as rosy as they would have been with your energy, with having your energy with them through their fantasies. Okay, and that wakes them up. Well, and it's meant to. And if this is here, that's the divine saying, you do you, then they need to do them. They will need to decide to either come towards you and realize they love you and they want to be with you and let go of their whatever, their current relationship situation, or they need to, let go of your energy and then move on and do them too. They do that, they're going to have a changed perspective, and they're on a really great new path for themselves. But it's going to hurt first because your energy is coming back. As you pull your energy back, they're going to hurt a little first, because things are going to be more black and white and colorful for them for a while. And take that as you resonate. But for you, this one is like brand new path. You keep doing you. You make that decision to go a different route instead of sticking with this. You're going to have lots of opportunities, brand new opportunities of prosperity and abundance in all its different levels and forms and whatever. It's all good. So take care of yourself. Hopefully I can get back with you tomorrow. It probably be all right. We'll see. But take care. Bye bye.